This video is going to talk about dividing fractions, and specifically the essential question is, what models and algorithms can we use to divide fractions? The example I want to start with is how many 1/4 pound bags can I make with 2.5 pounds of cashews? And because I like to sort of visualize things, I'm going to start first by showing a model. And my model has 2.5 pounds of cashews represented. And I want to see how many of these 1/4 pounds I can make from that 2.5 pounds. So I can see here that I've set this up in a way that I can cut each of these into fourths. So this would be 1/4 of a pound, so would this, so would this, and so is this. And I'll do that again here. There's another one, another one, another one, and again here. So I can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Which means 2.5 pounds split into fourths would equal 10. And there's sort of an explanation behind that, right? So if you have 2.5 pounds and you want to split it into fourths, it might be easier to think of this as 2 2/4, right? Because then I have the same denominator here. But if I have 2 2/4, I could turn that into our improper fraction, which is 10/4. And I know I'm taking my 10/4, which you can see in my model, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of those fourths, and I'm separating it into 1/4 at a time. So when I look at my numerators here, I can do, 10 divided by 1 is 10. I can make 10 bags that have 1/4 of a pound each. Now, there's also an algorithm that you might be familiar with, but I'm going to kind of run through it here. And that is to decide what 2.5 divided by 1/4 is without a model, and it involves using something called the reciprocal. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this into an improper fraction, which is 5 halves, and I want to cut my 5 halves into 1/4. To do that, I'm actually going to do 5 halves times 4/1. And we've practiced multiplying before, right? Once we have a multiplication question, we know that we can multiply straight across, so 20 is our numerator, and we can multiply straight across, so 2 is our denominator, and wouldn't you know it, I get 10 that way as well. Let's try each of these 3 ways to figure out the quotient of 4.5 divided by 1 1/4. I have a model set up with 4.5, and I also have showing here what 1 1/4 would look like. And I want to see how many of these fit in 4.5. But I'm having a hard time visualizing right now, so I'm actually going to cut these into sections and say this is the same as 5/4. And then to help me with that, I'm going to cut this into fourths as well. So each one of these holes is 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm just going to do that for all of these so that I can count and see how many times 5/4 fits into this. And what that looks like is that I now have 18/4 cut up. And I'm going to count 5 at a time and say that's one group. And each one of these 5s at a time tells me that that's how many times 5/4 fits in here. And I end up with 1, 2, 3 groups, but I have 3 things left over. And remember, I was looking for groups of 5, so I have 3 out of the 5 that I need. So that means it equals 3, 1, 2, 3, and there's 3 out of 5 left over. So my answer is 4 1/2 divided by 1 1/4 is 3 1/5. And remember, as an explanation, right, I can show this down here. I'm going to turn this into 4 2/4 divided by 1 1/4, and I'm going to turn both of these into improper fractions. So this one becomes 18/4, and this becomes 5/4, which looks familiar from my model. And then I can just take those 18/4 and divide it by 5. And 18 divided by 5 is 3, with 3 of our fifths left over. So our answer is 3 3/5, just like what we got with our picture. Now, if I want to do it with what we call the algorithm without a picture, I still have 4.5 divided by 1 1/4, and I'm going to turn these both into those improper fractions. So this will be 9 halves, and this will be 5/4. I'll keep 9 halves the same, and I'm actually going to turn this into a multiplication question as I use the reciprocal. And I'll get 36/10, which we know is the same as 3 6/10, or 3 3/5. Same answer, just a different way, right? Each of these ended up being exactly the same. So if you haven't been able to catch it, because I was going kind of fast, I want to stop and just map out and write down the steps for the algorithm for dividing fractions. Because an algorithm is really just a process or a series of steps that we can use reliably every time to solve a problem. And I'll do it with this example of 3 1/3 divided by 2/5. So the first thing is to make sure that you're working with fractions. So if you have mixed numbers, you have to turn them into fractions. If you have whole numbers, you have to turn them into fractions. So in this case, 3 1/3, I would need to change 3 1/3 into 10/3, and 2/5 can stay just as it is. Now I have two fractions. Next, we're going to leave the first fraction, the one known as the dividend that is getting divided, just as it is. And we're going to flip the second fraction, or the divisor, the one that's doing the dividing. We're going to flip that upside down, which is called the reciprocal. And once we've done that, we'll actually turn this into a multiplication problem. So I would do 10 times 5 is 50, and 3 times 2 is 5. But as with any fractions, anytime we can, we will simplify. And I happen to know that 50 divided by 5 gets us exactly 10. So this was my quotient. The answer was 10. And I haven't done the model here, but if I had drawn out 3 1/3 bar, and I'd cut out another 2/5, and I saw how many times 2/5 would fit in there, I'd be able to make 10 groups. Keep those steps in mind for the algorithm as you try 2 2/3 divided by 1 1/6. We could try to draw out a picture, or we could try to use the algorithm. Because remember, the essential question of this video was what models or algorithms could we use to divide fractions? So feel free to use both, or one that you choose over the other.